Big taco shell recall, Jay. Now, who made these tacos? Who made these chips here, Jay?
The Dorito company.
Is that Kraft? Is that K for Kraft?
Let me look.
Is that a K for Kraft?
Let's hope not, Jim. I guess it could be.
Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay.
Was that
right?
Don't Kraft own
No,
them?
it just says Frito-Lay in plain old Texas.
Yeah, but so you don't know who owns that. I bet Kraft owns them. We could be eating that.
Here it says, dig in, kick back, get sick. I think it says.
Oh, yeah. That's that biotech corn. That corn.
There's nothing wrong. Biotech corn. I mean, people get on this biotech corn kick. Like, oh, man, it's terrible. Biotech corn. We're not going to survive the days of biotech.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with biotech corn.
Well, it says here that it could cause allergic reactions in some people.
Oh.
It's in the article here in the paper.
I see.
What they should do with them is they should take all the taco shells and they should put holes in them.
They already have holes in them.
Dig a hole.
Well, not a long hole. A round hole.
They have a long hole in the top where you put the stuff.
Is that the corn? Is that the corn hole?
They're flat little. They're like little round.
They're
holes.
not flat. They're taco shells, Jay.
They're only taco shells.
curved.
You fold them over.
That's what they are.
When they're flat, they're just.
But that's not a hole.
Same exact thing.
But that's not a hole.
What about when
you fold it? That's not a hole.
Hey,
that's a slot.
What about What about when you roll them over?
It's a taco slot.
What about it when you roll them over with sauce?
Well, that's a taquito.
No, when you roll them over with like red sauce around it.
Oh, that's an enchilada.
Right. So what about the whole enchilada?
Oh, what about the whole enchilada?
It would be the whole enchilada. So it's a whole, and they're corn tortillas. Corn tortillas, enchilada, whole enchilada. Therefore.
Oh, I see. That's the whole enchilada.
Yeah, there it is.
So that's the corn hole.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for straightening me out on that, Jay.
Thank you for accepting the criticism.
That's the biotech corn hole, too, by the way. So be careful of the biotech corn hole.
I think we've had...
You never know what will happen.
After the 8th time that you mentioned cornhole, we think we got it.
You think you got it?
Even John Thompson would have gotten that one. What?
I didn't laugh, though.
I have to tell you this.
What?
My father, about 3 weeks ago, my father got up early and he turned on the radio and he heard the show for the first time in years.
And he hasn't turned it on since?
He thought it was very funny, but he was concerned, I'm serious, about your propensity to find the word cornhole funny.
Your propensity, Tober.
Because you kept bringing it up.
I would never do that, though, would I?
No, of course
No, not me.
Or at least if you did, you wouldn't blame it on somebody else.
Well, that's the beauty of the whole thing, is to be able to
But
blame
he thought it was
someone
funny. He thought it was
Play
funny.
it back and see who brought it up.
Well, this time... This time...
Not today, but...
I have never brought it up. It's only you.
No, that's not true.
And I will get the tape. I will.
There's no
You were
way.
talking about holes in a field somewhere, and you tied it all together.
That's right.
And it was funny, Jay. I mean, it was good. It was
You
good.
tickled him now. You tickled him.
That was the corn maze that was over there.
That's right.
We're talking about
the corn maze, right? Yeah.
The Indians called
Over
it
in Grafton.
maze hole.
Maze hole.
Oh, well, that's right. Maybe we had to play something.
What? Why?
Oh, no, I just think we should.
You're too darn grumpy in the morning, Shover. That's your problem.
I remember that. But we'll see if you can find that.
Yeah, I want to find that.
It's gone around here. I said it one time. You've said it at least 3 times. You said it at least 15 times today.
No,
and I get blamed
7.
for it.
Oh, today.
Could you call a number for me, Mike? 1-800-267-6465.
What is it?
No, let's see.
Doesn't appear to be anything, Jay.
What would that be?
Navigational signal?
Huh?
Their version of a ring, I
It
guess.
sounds like
A navigational signal.
It's like a RAN station someplace.
Yeah. Where did you get this fascinating number, Jay?
Was it a nuclear plant?
This is exciting. You can call 1-800 to hear this beep. That's exciting. What is it supposed to be, Jay? You got something up your sleeve.
No, I'm just checking.
No, well, checking what? It beeps, Jay. That's
All right, well, we can turn it off. It doesn't matter.
Well, what was it supposed to be?
It doesn't matter.
No, yes, it does
it
matter.
doesn't-
No, it matters.
It really doesn't.
How could you ever find an 800 number that just has a beep on it? You're the only one.
Well, just
Where did you find that number?
found it, Jim.
Where?
American Hungarian.
He's changing the
American
subject,
story.
you notice.
There is a Hungarian festival today.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Where
Is that
at?
what we were calling?
No, I'm sorry. It's Sunday. Tomorrow, not today. It says Hungarians here will gather Sunday at 2 p.m. at St. Mary of Victory's Roman Catholic Church, 744 South 3rd. Actually, that's where we went for lunch that day. They have a nice lunch down there.
Oh, right. That's right
You know,
down
the
there
Hungarian- it's on-
where
right.
55 goes across the popular street bridge.
That's right.
You should become a grump again just to get that phone number out of him.
Grumpalophagus.
Grumpalophagus.
It's not worth it. It's
What?
not worth worrying about the numbers.
Why, but Jay,
Well, obviously it was important enough for me
yeah,
to
for you to
dial.
have to dial. I mean, what did you think was going to happen?
I didn't know, Jim.
Well, what were you calling? Just tell me what the organization. What was it called? What's the number for? Come on.
I just
Don't-
think it's stupid.
What was it for? What was the number, Jay?
Who
who
was
is it-
do anything to play, Mike?
Who was it for, Jay?
Not until you tell us. what
No,
the-
we're not going to do
No, we're
anything
not
else
cutting
until
away
we
the music
know
until you tell
what was that number that you called.
Okay, it's 1-800-Cornhole. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
He was
Who
right.
instigated
He
this,
was
huh?
right, Mike.
Yeah.
So you had to get it out. You had to make me.
Well,
say
I
it.
just couldn't figure out why, and it's just a beep. That's
No.
what's weird. Is that it was actually a number that was in service, but all it did was beep.
I don't know. I can't tell you what it is.
Maybe it's a
Maybe it's
bleeping
a
cornhole.
Grecian bathhouse.
No, it's a bleeping cornhole. That's what it is.
Ooh, I said that.
What? What?
Bleeping Cornhole. No, come on. Get your dad on the phone, Mike. Call your dad. He's
I'll play him the tape.
This is all these guys ever talk about.
I'm a little concerned about those fellows.
Yeah, really. They're a little obsessed.
We said we weren't going to do this.
He's been sitting there laughing ever since the song went on. I can't believe it. He's got himself in a giggle fit. He can't get it out.
I'll try to stop.
All over something as silly as 1-800-Cornhole. he's crying. They're both crying here. I can't believe this. This is funny. Thank God I'm a grump, or I'd be there with him.
Oh. I'm stopping.
Yeah, sure, Jay.
Boy, John Thompson really would be disappointed in us today.
Why?
Okay, I think it's over.
You think you're okay now?
It's past now.
That's good. See, this Elvira's nightmare thing, it almost implies that Elvira's going to be there, you know?
I know it does.
They shouldn't do that.
Well, they probably just licensed
You think
the
there's
name.
someone there that's going to dress up like Elvira?
Possibly.
See, now that might be it.
Yeah. But they really can't use that name unless they license it.
Oh, no, I realize
Oh, I'm
that.
sure Elvira
She
gets
owns
paid.
that lock, stock, and cornhole. But sorry, that was sort of a subliminal one.
Just stop. And now we have the disgusting song to look forward to on top of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's coming up next.
It's called
Is
the
it this-
Domain Tango.
I think I'm calm.
We
now.
were
I
both
think it's
crying.
over. I know. I think it's over
incredible.
now. I think it's over.
It's amazing what'll do that to you at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock.
Well, it's
whatever.
7 now. but
Well, you've been
you know,
laughing for an hour.
Breathe out. Breathe in.
You're all composed now.
Yeah.
Where do you think the highest temperature in the United States is?
Cornhole, Michigan.
That's it.
No.
No.
No, come on, Mike. Come on, stop.
You
it.
want to get him going
Just-
again, don't
Just
you?
stop it.
Just take a guess.
Cornhole, California.
Yeah, that's it. God. No, Dallas Fort Worth. This is scintillating, isn't
It
it?
really is. Anyway. Anyway. You look like you may have something in the machine.
Yeah, we got to do an announcement too. And enough with the cornhole stuff, okay?
What the hell is this crap?
I need Macarena for my bungo!
All right now, boys. Now what I want you to do is just let your...
The Darwin Awards are out for last year.
But I gave Linda the book for Christmas.
Yeah, but that didn't have last year's in it.
Oh.
That was prior years. These are just so wonderful. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Darwin Awards are, these are awards to people who, because of the circumstances of their death, the people that give the award feel that they didn't deserve to have their gene pool passed on because the circumstance of their death was so stupid. Right?
That's it,
That's basically the
that's it.
gist of it
Yeah,
also.
that's it.
So these are in no particular order. So I'll just read number one. This is just unbelievable, Jay. I can't even imagine why anybody would do this in the first place. But a young Canadian man searching for a new way to get drunk cheaply because he had no money with which to buy alcohol mixed gasoline with milk, drank it down. Not surprisingly, the concoction made him ill. He vomited into the fireplace, which exploded and burned his house down, killing both him and his sister.
Oh, man.
So it's like, you know, I think they're very justified here, Jay. I don't know. You know, thinking that you could mix gasoline and milk and that you'd get high off of it. I don't think so.
That's a great idea. Oh, man.
Maybe it just wasn't enough octane in there for him to get off. I don't know. Would you like to hear another?
Too much octane.
Or too much octane. Would you like to hear another?
Sure.
A 34-year-old white male was found dead in the basement of his home. He died of suffocation, according to police. He was approximately 6 feet 2 tall, 6'2", and
6
weighed.
feet too tall.
It's what I'm reading it. I'm reading off this thing. He was approximately 6'2",
Too tall.
too tall, and weighed 225 pounds. He was wearing a pleated skirt, white bra, black and white saddle shoes, and a woman's wig. It appeared that he was trying to create a schoolgirl's uniform look. Gee, what was your first clue? He also was wearing a military gas mask that had a filter canister removed and a rubber hose attached in its place. The other end of the hose, you're not going to believe this, was connected to one end of a hollow wooden tube approximately 12 inches long and 3 inches in diameter. The tube was then inserted into his buttocks for reasons unknown and was the cause of his suffocation. Police found the task of explaining the circumstances of his death to his family quite awkward.
Is that true? Is that actually true?
These are true.
Oh, yeah,
Jay.
it's the Darwin Awards.
They are absolutely true, and I have no idea. I don't know, Jay. I can't. How could they explain? There's no explaining this.
No, it really isn't.
Why anybody would even want to do that in the first place? And then put on this schoolgirl uniforms outfit. Also, it's like, wow.
How would you ever get that pipe up with those culottes
I
on?
don't
That's what I
know.
would
Well,
do.
that would be the easy
were-
part. See.
Well, culottes were, I don't know.
Well, you don't wear. They weren't culottes, obviously, Jay. It was a skirt.
I just remember culottes were.
Well,
the-
yeah, but it didn't say culottes. It said a skirt. If it was culottes, it would have said pleated culottes, wouldn't
I know,
it?
Well, I know, but it just reminded me culottes were big. In my
They were.
My
They
old
were.
girlfriend used to wear culottes.
Oh, everybody wore culottes.
No, I
Whatever
didn't
happened
wear-
to culottes?
I didn't wear
Well, I
culottes.
didn't either. But
Well, I said everybody didn't
not
wear
in public.
culottes.
Yes, Mike? Oh, we got a caller? Hi, you're on the air. Good morning.
He died from his own gas.
I believe that's what it was, and also asphyxiation, because he couldn't, obviously there's no air down there. There's just gas, and so, oh, man.
Maybe that's where the term asphyxiation came
Maybe that's where it came from. That's possible.
Maybe it's an old problem.
Yeah.
So they trace back to the old days.
He died of asphyxiation. I think you're onto something here, Jay. I really do.
I've always been interested in root words. and
Yeah, I
stuff,
know.
too,
I know that. Yeah.
where these things come from.
Well, we'll get to some more of these. Well, how about one more?
Okay,
They're
sure,
just because we got like 8 of them. So, 3 bazillion men. 3 bazillion men were flying in a light aircraft. 3 Brazilian men. That makes it a lot different, doesn't
No,
it?
it
3
does.
bazillion. There'd be a lot of people up there. 3 Brazilian men were flying in a light aircraft at low altitude when another plane approached. It appears they decided to moon the occupants of the other plane, but lost control of their plane and crashed. They were all found dead with their pants around their ankles. It's like, my God, Jay. It's like, now, that sounds like something we would do.
It really
Thank God we didn't get our pilot's license. That's all I gotta say. Oh my God! Can you imagine? I'm surprised they didn't have smile faces on them.
That's wonderful.
Let's take a call. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty
Hey,
good.
good morning.
Good this morning, huh?
I guess.
Yeah. We're doing okay.
I know at least one of you guys spent time in the service, right?
We both
All three
did.
of us.
All three of
Both,
us.
all
We
three of
we
you.
both three did.
Both three?
Yeah.
Both three.
Both three. Yeah.
Okay. You know what we called it? SOS.
Yeah. That's
That's what we talked about. That's what we said before.
Well, I never heard anybody call in and say that.
Well, we did. We
We
were
did. We
saying
were
it.
ta- we talked
were
about it for
calling
10
it
minutes.
boop
But
on a
you know,
shingle.
never, you can't say that on the radio, SOS. But
Well, you can say
You
boop
can
on
say
a shingle.
Well, you
Well,
can say
yeah,
you can
right,
say
but-
SOS.
and I tell you what, I love that stuff.
You did, huh?
Me too.
Well, I
oh,
tell you
you're
what,
kidding.
No, I
if
love
you
oh,
come-
now the
if you
truth
come
comes
in
out.
out of the field after 2 days in a monsoon rain,
Uh-huh.
and you find a chow tent for once where you can get under, out of the rain,
And get some hot food.
yeah, and that's what they give you, you love it.
You'll love it, right?
Well, yeah, but that's you don't have anything under the
Right. They
circumstances.
can give you
Well,
a boop
after
on a
you've been eating
on
out
a.
of can first 2 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
but-
you ate sea rats, right?
No.
ham and beans.
No, I never ate sea rats.
Ham
We're
and-
in the Navy in the Coast.
Hello? Are you boys watching those god-awful movies again?
Well, Roy St. John,
That's me.
producer and host of the morning show. Thanks for coming over, Roy. How
Yeah,
you
Roy.
doing?
Thanks for helping out.
Now let me get this straight. You're wanting to put one over on Gene.
Yeah, see, here's what the story is, Roy. Jim and I review these really bad horror movies every week for the show. You know, we have the movie review for the show.
I've heard about
Jean
that.
can't stand the movies. She just hates them. It makes her sick. So she won't let us watch anything, see? So we have to pretend that we're watching It's a Wonderful Life, and then she leaves, then we can watch the horror movie.
Well, why It's a Wonderful Life?
Well, Roy, because it's her favorite movie. She loves It's a Wonderful Life. And since it's almost Christmas, I mean, we thought we'd play this really great joke on her, but we need your help.
Now you're going to be Clarence. You know the angel.
Yeah, I'm beginning to like this less and less.
Okay, and then you put the sheet over your head.
Oh, great.
And Jay, this would be great. Wait, this would be great. Okay, and then you're Gene's guardian angel. See?
Uh-huh.
Wait, I can hear Gene coming. Hold on. Hide back here, Roy. Get behind the curtain, will you? Okay, come on. No, don't laugh, Roy. Get behind the curtain.
Okay,
Come on, she'll hear you.
I'm getting.
Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, Roy. So, Roy.
What?
Are you guys watching those god-awful movies again?
No, of course not, dear. We're watching It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
And Donna Reed. It's our favorite.
What are you really watching?
No, dear, really. We're watching It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, with Jimmy Stewart.
And Donna Reed.
It's our
I know how it goes. Look, it's Christmas. At this one time of the year, I wish you two would just tell me what you're watching. I don't care how many eyeballs pop out. I don't care how many chainsaws or meat hooks or lawnmowers or used on teenagers or pets or nuns. I'm just sick and tired of listening to your lame little boy excuses. Why don't you just grow up and tell me the name of the movie?
Do you tell her, Jim?
Oh, it's French. I don't read French. Here, Jay.
Okay, Gene, okay. I don't know how you pronounce it in French. The translation is Christmas Cannibals of Easter Island.
Christmas Cannibals of Easter Island? Are you guys sick? Don't tell me. The cannibals eat the reindeer when Santa shows up.
Don't forget the elves.
And Santa, Gene.
I don't want to hear it. I just spent 4 hours in a mall looking for your presents. And what do I find when I get home? You two, on the couch, watching the dregs of humanity eating each other.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
You know what I wish? I wish you and Jay never discovered those god-awful movies.
What? Say it again, Gene. What did you say?
It would be a much better world if these movies had never been made in the first place. I wish all these violent, sick, twisted, repulsive, reptilian, male, god-awful movies would just disappear.
Did you hear that, Jay? She wishes horror movies had never been born.
Gracious good evening, Gene. I'm your guardian angel, Clarence.
Clarence, right. Give me a break.
That's what I'm here to do, Gene. I'm here to give you a break.
Hey, Jim, what's this? Another one of your disgusting practical jokes?
Oh.
What? Who? What? Me? No.
Who's this?
Where, Gene? What?
Here.
Jay, what's she talking about?
I don't know, Jim.
They can't see me or hear me, Gene. You must know the plot by now. I'm here to grant your wish.
What wish?
Did you say something about wishes?
Jim, shut up. What wish?
You said you wished there weren't any horror movies. You said the world would be a better place without them. I'm going to give you your wish. Poof. There are no more horror movies. All movies are sweet and pure as gold. The Brain Boys will never watch another.
Are you kidding? Look, they're still sitting there watching something.
Ask them what they're watching.
What movie are you watching, dear?
Why, you know, Honey Pie. It's the only movie to watch at this time of year. You know, Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life, with Jimmy Stewart.
And Donna Reed.
It's our favorite.
Are you really watching It's a Wonderful Life?
Of course, darling. And that's what you wanted to watch tonight, didn't you? You always want to watch that. Look, we have our little family snuggled together to watch this inspirational favorite, sharing the season with one of our special friends, Jim here.
Oh, you know it, Jay. I love cocooning with you, too. It's really special to be with my friends at the most wonderful time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gene, remember me? How about a thanks for turning them into wonderful human beings?
Thank you, Clarence, for all your help. Why don't you let yourself out the back door
Thanks a lot. I'll visit again.
while I have a little chat with the Brain Boys?
I wouldn't live in as a ghost. Now watch, there's right in the second floor there, see?
What'd you wish, George?
Well, not just one wish, a whole hatful. Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and next year and a year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet, and I'm going to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Then I'm coming back here and go to college and see what they know. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. I'm going to build bridges a mile long. Well, you going to throw a rock? Hey, that's pretty good. What'd you wish, Mary?
Hello, gal, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
Jay, that is such a wonderful scene. I mean, the exuberance of youth. The exuberance of youth. And don't put it so close, Jay. We can't, Jay. I like
It's
this
so
so much.
enthralling.
It is enthralling, Jay. The exuberance of youth, and just enthralled with everything that's happening. It's spring. The moon's out. He's in love. She's in love.
Jim, you're missing the best part. Listen to this. I'm going to run this back. I love this.
Okay.
Just listen to the song, the way they harmonize. It shows that their lives and their love are in harmony, Jim.
It is,
Just
isn't it?
like one. Now listen.
That's
hold
right,
on.
and it lasts throughout
Here
the
it comes.
ages.
Hello, gal, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight?
Dance by the light of the moon. What'd you wish when you threw that rock?
See, Jim? It's
You're
just
right,
like
Jay.
It's New Age, isn't it?
It
was
is.
This is made in, what, 1930s?
Yep, in
and
the
It
30s.
has the same spirit as the New Age, the New Age music. Just like they were singing. It sounds just like something on Windham Hill.
It does.
It
I
has
love
that
it.
same
This is one of my
harmony.
favorite parts, Jay.
There's a certain harmonic convergence of their souls.
I think I
Jim.
could watch this part over and over
Well,
again. Not only
that-
just the movie,
Let's
but
do it, Jim. Here, let
okay,
me run it
let's
back.
do. And the symbolism of throwing the rock through the window, of breaking all the past ills that have gone through your life.
Dance by the light of the moon. What'd you wish when you threw that?
You see, and he's not speaking his regular voice either, and that really is a subtle point that you should be noting is dance by the light of the moon. He doesn't talk like that anywhere else in the movie except right there, Jay.
I think there's a message for us, Jim.
I think it is.
We don't exactly know what it is because this is a very deep, multi-layered movie.
it
and there's no
is.
way that we're
It
ever
is.
probably will ever be able to know this unless Frank Capra has left us some kind of Rosetta Stone.
I think
in
so.
which they can interpret some of the underlying meanings of this particular movie.
I think I agree
Listen
with
to
you
this thing.
100%.
Listen to this thing about the stars and the moon, Jim. Hold on. This is so beautiful. Just a second.
Instead of talking her to death. Want me to kiss her, huh? Oh, youth is wasted on the wrong people. Hey. Hey, hold on. Hey, mister, come on back out here. I'll show you some kissing that'll put hair back on your head. What do you...
Well, that wasn't the part I had in mind, Jim.
You
I
mean
was-
the part where she loses her robe, Jay?
No, I mean where he's going to lasso the moon and pull it down for her and
Yeah, of
everything.
course,
Oh, it
of
has
course.
a calming effect on me.
It does.
It's just like putting on tubular bells and listening to it at high volume.
George, there is a rumor around town that you close your doors. Is that true? Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear that. George, are you all right? Do you need any police?
Police? What for?
Well, mobs get pretty ugly sometimes, you know. George, I am going all out to help in this crisis. I have just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They will close up for a week and then reopen.
just took over the bank.
I may lose a fortune, but I am willing to guarantee your people, too. Just tell them to bring their shares over here, and I will pay 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, you never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're going to miss this one.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen.
Jay, a powerful scene, much different from the one that we saw the first time, but every bit as important to this story.
Well, Jim, it really points out what a visionary Frank Capra was. He actually saw the future. I mean, this was obviously a scene that was a precursor to the Keating Five.
That's right, the takeover of the savings and loans. Yeah,
it was clearly that way, and why no one has ever been able to really see that.
And of course, the obvious antithesis of Christmas in this Potter character, just goes contrary to everything else that this movie stands for. And here's this evil force that's trying to take over the town, and of course, the only light in this whole darkness is the building alone. And
and Jimmy Stewart, who maintains a strong ethical system throughout.
That's right.
Despite being faced with all these problems and the heartlessness of Mr. Potter and all that.
And
stuff.
even though he breaks down later under the strain of it, it comes through in the end. And of course,
even Jesus broke down, Jim.
He would have.
I mean,
and he did.
The New Testament, he did, and of course there was ultimate redemption and so on. But
that's right.
Even he had his moment of weakness, and I think, again, this is an incredibly visionary film.
It is, and that's why it's still played over and over again every Christmas.
And every week at this house.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right. Attaboy, Clarence.
For Old Lang Syne, Jay, they don't sing that at Christmas anymore.
No, they don't, Jim. It's traditionally a New Year's song now. But
yeah.
That scene points out, Jim, why what I've been telling you all along, wrestling is so important to this culture. I mean, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Yeah.
I think we should be holding these people, wrestlers and boxers, in much more esteem than we actually do.
Yes.
A good night at Caesar's
every
Palace.
Time the bell rings.
Pardon me?
Because every time the bell rings.
That's right. A good 15-rounder at Caesar's Palace kicks 15 more of them up to the next level.
That's right.
It's wonderful, Jim.
It's just a wonderful movie, and, it is a wonderful life, Jay.
It really is, Jim. I'm really happy that... I don't know what I'm happy about. I'm so damn
We're just
tired.
happy.
We're just happy.
Because it's such a wonderful movie.
Oh, Gene, I hope we're not boring you, Poopsie.
No, not at all. You know how much I love this movie.
But we must be driving you crazy going on and on like this.
Not a bit. I really enjoy your conversation tonight.
Don't you think we're overdoing it just a little, Gene?
No, Jay, I love sitting and chatting with my husband, his best friend, finally discussing the uplifting things in life. In fact, this was so much fun, I think we should watch the movie again.
No, not that.
And guess what? I've got the script to the movie, so we can read along.
Gene, it was just a joke. I mean, Clarence, that wasn't Clarence, it was Roy St. John.
Oh, I know. I'm just so glad to finally have you where I want you. Now read along, you two, while we watch it again and again and again. And again, and again. But do you listen to me? No. You have to fall asleep watching those boring, awful movies over and over again.
Jim, wow, I had the strangest dream, Jim.
Me too. I dreamt we were trying to fool Gene into thinking we stopped watching horror movies.
Don't tell me. Listen, it backfired. And we had to watch It's a Wonderful Life over and over and over again.
That's really weird.
Who's really weird? Jim, don't you have anywhere else to hang out? Is this supposed to be the pool hall around here?
Well, looks like everything's back to normal.
That's right, Jim. It is a wonderful life.
It is.
And one more thing. I don't want your hockey clothes sticking up the hall anymore, and clean up the dog poop before it snows. Jim, stay out of my refrigerator. Didn't you just eat?
Hi, thanks for waiting. You're on the air.
Yes, and I have been waiting for a long time.
Yes, you have. What, Gene? Hi.
Hi, I want you to know it's not very often, and this may never, ever, ever, ever happen again,
What?
that I am actually going to apologize to you where there are witnesses to hear it.
Go right ahead. The radio is yours. The airwaves are yours, dear.
I'm sorry I raised my voice to you this morning, dear. It certainly isn't that you didn't deserve it, but I apologize that I raised my voice to you. You see? Okay, everyone heard it.
Okay, thank you. That was very nice.
Thanks, Gene. It's on tape. I can rerun this now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
What my crime was having a few newspapers in the basement.
A few.
I had a couple weeks backlogged newspapers I haven't read yet.
Mm-hmm.
New York Times, particularly. They're, I mean, because I don't get a chance to read them every day because I'm too busy, and I read the Post, but then I keep the Times.
It was not just a couple weeks worth of newspapers.
I thought she hung up.
She did. She called back.
Huge, overflowing, large trash bag full.
That's what I thought, Gene. I'm with you on this.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you.
okay, so
Don't think that he didn't deserve it. I'm just apologizing that I did it. He deserved to be yelled at, but I'm just sorry that I yelled at him. It still doesn't make it right what you did, dear.
Okay, thanks, Gene. That was very nice of you.
Goodbye.
Bye. I think she's in one of those moods, you know, what in quotes, those moods.
She has a redial button on that phone.
Those recurring moods, in quotes.
Here she comes.
Hello.
Now, by one of those moods. Watch it, Bucko. You are on thin ice.
This is like one of those moods when I remember the last time or one of the times when you were in one of those moods that you told me I didn't take the garbage out the right way. I knew there was a problem.
Gene,
Just
change the locks.
remember, Jay, there isn't enough time for me to change the locks
Yes.
in this house while you're gone. So you better be so nice to me
Don't worry.
that it hurts. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for your call. Always a pleasure. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, you know, if you're having marital problems or something, my house is always open. You can always come over here.
I can hardly wait. It just sounds so inviting. I want to throw my bedroll down there in your basement.
Oh,
Can I bring my New York Times from 4 months ago?
Oh, yes, we don't care. We have more than that. We have more than a trash bag full in our basement.
Thanks. I'll feel right at home.
All right,
Thanks a lot
bye.
for the invitation. This is a brain sandwich, half a brain sandwich on KDHX St. Louis Community Radio. Hi, you're on the air.
Will he still take you with the 125-pound Great Pyrenees?
Wait, with the... Hold on, wait.
If you throw the Great Pyrenees in, you can have them. Okay? Bye,
Okay.
darling.
All right. Bye, dear.
Okay, here they come with a
Hi,
counter
you're on
offer.
the-
Here we are.
You're on the air.
I have a redial button as well.
Yeah.
So,
The question was, will you take the 125-pound Great Pyrenees that barks all night, too?
perhaps.
Okay, see, well, eventually he'll
As
fill me
long
out,
as you
too.
feed him.
Okay, well, don't worry.
Water him every day.
And do what?
And water him every day.
I'll feed and water him every day, don't worry.
Okay.
St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show, take whatever. Okay, this is final take, hopefully. Maybe we'll be lucky.
We'll get it this time.
Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
Oh, he didn't say we're ready.
I thought he said we were.
Oh, we're ready?
Okay. Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX from noon to 3 every Sunday afternoon.
You know, Jim, it's a little disturbing sometimes. I think that word gets around in the community that somehow we're potentially offensive, or that we say things or shoot from the hip, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, we do shoot from the hip, but we're basically nice people. We don't try to offend
We
anyone.
really don't. I mean, I think some people out there think we are intentionally trying to be offensive, and we're really not. We really try to gear it to make this a show that everybody can enjoy.
A fun show, Jim.
And I think we really do have a lot of a very wide cross-section of listeners, older people, younger people. I mean, despite what you've heard, give us a chance. Don't just listen to somebody else. Give us a chance on Sunday afternoon from 12 to 3. It's the St. Louis Brain Sandwich. The St. Louis Brain Sandwich
Well,
Show.
see-
What's it? What?
Well, you shouldn't reiterate the time, because he's going to do that after the spot.
All right. I won't do it again. Okay. Let's do it again.
You know, that gives us more
Did you
time
hear
to
shut up, okay? I can't hear you, Mike. What? Let's do it again. Sorry. I can't hear it at all.
We aren't hearing anything.
You
we
have
aren't,
to,
yeah, we aren't
okay,
hearing
all
anything
right.
through the headphones.
Okay.
Okay. St. Louis Brain Sandwich, take
Final plus
99.
one. Final cut plus one.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim
Well,
Finley.
I started over. I didn't
Okay.
like the way I said hi.
Okay.
Ready? Final versus final versus final. Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX every noon to 3 on
Every noon
Sundays.
to 3 on Sundays. Zoom
Every Fridays.
The final what?
Promo, take 5 plus 1. Here we go. You ready? Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX, heard every Sunday from noon to 3 o'clock.
Jim, sometimes I think that the rumors get around in the public that we're insensitive, that it's difficult to listen
I've heard
to the
that.
show, that somehow we're out to offend people. And seriously, we're really not. We're out to have a good time.
Oh, we're the best of times.
In fact, we have one of the best engineers right here. He's got the most extensive collection of odd music I've ever heard. A lot of funny stuff, a lot of interesting stuff. There's something for everybody in the family. And just don't listen to the rumors that somehow that we're out to offend people or that it's difficult to listen to the show. Because
We're just
really,
a couple of nice guys that are trying to do a good job.
No, that's what we're trying to avoid.
What?
That obvious hyperbole. Because anything we really want to make it sound like we're talking to people, like we're really talking.
I
to
was
them.
talking to them.
Yeah, but you say, hey, we're just a couple of nice guys.
Oh, well, I didn't say that. Okay.
Don't say, just
all right.
Don't say we're just a couple. We're just two ordinary guys that gave a mic.
Oh, ordinary guys is okay, but nice guys is not okay.
Well, nice guys as a connotation. We're just two
fine.
guys who have a microphone. We're just like you. We have a microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
St. Louis Brain Sandwich, take the final of the final of finals.
Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX, heard every Sunday from noon to 3.
Jim, I hear that rumors get around the city that somehow this show is offensive or that some people don't like it for whatever reason. And it implies that we're out here to either make fun of people or to make people uneasy or whatever. I don't know.
I don't think that's the case.
Let's do it again.
Can you hear me?
No.
We can hear you through the glass. I mean,
You said rumors.
oh, Woomer!
Oh, Woomer! Hey! Okay, let's do it. Ready to go?
Take 347.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts. What? What did he do? What's he laughing about?
Nothing.
What did I do that time?
I don't know. He was just laughing.
I just lost it for a moment.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
Hi, and I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX, heard every Sunday from noon to 3.
Despite what you might have heard, we're not out to offend anybody. Some people think we are. They think we're out to make nuisances of ourselves, and we're really not. We're out to have a show that's fun for everybody who listens to it.
I think all ages enjoy the show,
I think
really.
so
I
too,
mean,
Jim.
we have older listeners. We have a lot of kids, I think, that listen to the show, and regular people our age.
And one gem that we have here, Jim, our producer, Mike Madonna, has one of the most extensive collections of odd music I've ever heard. He's
Very
a good
odd.
producer on top of it all.
That's right.
Makes the show work really well.
So give us a chance. Here on the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show, tune in. I almost made it.
Keep going.
Tune in. Tell a friend.
Tune in, drop out, turn on, spin around.
Do speed. Drop acid. I don't know. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX, heard every Sunday from noon to 3.
Jim, I think sometimes listeners to the station in general get the idea that somehow we are not to be listened to because we're offensive or we're insensitive or we say things that make them uneasy.
I've heard that too, but I think all ages can enjoy the show. Really, older people, we have a lot of older listeners, a lot of children that listen, and people our age that are middle-aged.
Past their prime.
Past
slightly.
their prime.
But we really do gear this show to be informative to some degree in an odd sort of way and entertaining. It's just fun for everybody to listen to.
That's right. We have a great producer in Mike Madonna who has probably one of the greatest collections of odd things and stuff
I'm
and
sorry,
recordings.
can you do that again? You stepped on me and I should have backed off anyway.
Yeah.
I know. I feel that's good. Okay, ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley.
I know. Ready? Let's go. Chop, chop. Okay, all right. All right, we're ready. All right, ready.
Yeah, he's getting that Kevin attitude, isn't he? And he'll blackmail with us later.
Okay.
All right.
3,
2, 1.
Stop. Okay.
That's what I was laughing at before.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello, I'm Jay Schober.
And I'm Jim Finley, and we're co-hosts of the St. Louis Brain Sandwich Show here on KDHX, heard every Sunday from noon to 3.
we want to ask you to listen to our show, despite the rumors you might have heard that we're insensitive or whatever, risque. I don't know. There's all kinds of rumors going
Or
on.
obnoxious.
Obnoxious or whatever.
But
We're
it's
really
not true.
We're really. Well, it's not true. We're really
No.
trying to provide a good show, one that's entertaining for everybody in the family.
I think older people listen to our show, Jay.
Yeah,
We
good
have a
people
lot of
definitely
children that
listen,
listen to the show.
absolutely.
We have
Absolutely.
regular people our age that are over our prime.
So don't give in to the rumors that we're offensive and use that as an excuse not to listen to the show.
Right.
Give us a chance. That's
We have
all
a
I'm
great
asking you.
producer in the form of Mike Madonna, who has probably one of the greatest collections of odd recordings and stuff that you've ever cared to hear.
That's right, and we have interactive radio here. Jim, callers can call in. We don't censor anybody.
That's right.
Occasionally. Most of the time we don't. We just want to listen to you and talk with you.
But just give us a chance. The St. Louis
That's all
Brain
we're asking
Sandwich
as far
Show.
as a chance, and not to listen to the rumors.
Are you guys watching those god-awful movies again?
Oh, no. We're watching It's a Wonderful Life.
Sure, with Jimmy Stewart.
And Donna Reed.
It's our favorite.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but Jay, there was this message written down, 976-3845. Who's it for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
No.
I don't either.
Well, it's not anybody you know?
Oh, no, I don't know. No.
Well, I guess I better call it, but, I don't want any salesmen. If anyone calls me for store windows again, I'm going through the roof. Are you sure you don't have any idea? 976-3845. You've never heard of it before?
No, maybe you just should throw it away.
No,
just
I don't
get
know
rid
what
of
it
it.
is.
I
You
don't
know what
know.
it is?
Or just pitch it or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Well, did you take the message?
Well, yeah, but never mind. Just throw it away. It's no big deal. I don't know. I forget who it's from.
Well, Jay, when I take messages for you, I write down the number and who it's from. Now I'm going to have to call this person. It's probably going to be some salesman or some insurance person or something. And because you didn't.
Gene.
What?
Just throw it away. Don't call it.
But I can't do that.
Why?
My
Why
curiosity.
not? Here. Okay, it's gone. See? You don't have to worry about it now. Good night.
Curiosity is going to bother me.
Good
Okay.
night.
Fine. Good night.
Oh, man. Thanks for taking Thanks for taking care of that, Jim.
Sometimes she drives me nuts.
Well,
But what is the number?
I'm just glad that she didn't really call it, Jim.
But what is the number?
Well, it's 976-38 whatever it is, 3485 whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, what is that?
Well,
what is it?
That isn't what's important. When you look at
what is it? Was it a 900 sex hotline or something?
No, nothing like that, Jim. It's this thing when you hit the letters there.
Yeah.
It's really 976 evil. EVIL.
Evil?
Yeah, that's the movie we have tonight, Jim.
976
Evil. Yeah, it's part 2 though. We didn't see
Oh.
part 1, but it's still good. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about like the devil or something.
Yeah,
I guess it's the
what
devil.
happened?
Well, I don't know. I can never figure. I watched the whole movie once before. I couldn't figure it out. So I want you to watch it with me so we can both not figure it out. All I know.
What do you think happened?
Well, what I know happens is that the devil from someplace, and we don't know where he's at. I guess maybe he's in hell. I don't know. But hell, I don't know where he is. I don't
Okay.
know. Okay. Anyway, he calls people on the phone. See?
Yeah.
And when they answer, the devil comes running around and
And
he
he kills
kills everybody.
everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I think I'm gonna like
Yo,
this
you'll
one.
love this one.
Okay.
Hey, somebody gonna get that phone?
What phone?
Hello.
Out of the darkness and into the light comes your horoscope on this dark and stormy night. Push 666 for your horoscope now. Welcome to the caverns of the unknown. I am the master of the dark, the guide to your destiny on September 15th. Death after death has met your friends. Maybe it's time we visit it again.
Well, Jim, let's hope that when they visit again, they don't bring 976 Evil Part 2 along as a guest. Because honestly, Jim, this is an awfully bad movie, except for one wonderful scene toward the end, which we saw and we'll talk about in a few minutes. Otherwise, this Vestron release from 1991 is really a wrong number. I don't know. I think we were fortunate enough, Jim, we didn't see 976 Evil Part 1, but in Part 2, which is apparently just the same thing rehashed, the devil is calling people on the phone. And he usually calls them at home or on payphones or whatever. And if you notice in that opening scene, when the devil or the voice said dial 666, the numbers just automatically punched themselves in. The guy who answered the phone really had no choice about it. And of course, the devil showed up. And here, working right now, there's a little card that says for your horoscope. Dial 976 Evil, and this beautiful buxom blonde is looking at it. And we know she's going to dial the phone, and we pretty much know what's going to happen to her. We know it's not going to be very good. What was your opinion of this monstrosity?
Well, she doesn't dial the phone, Jay. That's one thing. This is one of the people that just doesn't fall prey to the curiosity of a horoscope on the telephone, and because she's the heroine. I mean, she ends up at the end, and anyway.
Well, it's not, under Shakespearean rules, it's not a comedy. If she's, it would be a tragedy because the heroine does not fare well in the end.
But I can't believe you don't remember that we did watch number 1, J976 Evil, the first part, because don't you remember that people were punching in the number, and then they'd want something, and they'd end up getting killed, and maybe I watched it and you didn't.
Maybe so.
In
maybe
that
I
box
slept
full
through
of movies that we got. So, but anyway, you're right, Jay. I mean, there's almost nothing. In fact, I don't think there is anything on our list. No, nothing except that great part at the end that we can play for the people to listen to, except for that stupid horoscope thing. I mean, yeah, I can't fault the acting. I mean, it was well made. The cinematographer knew what he was doing. They didn't have microphones hanging down in the film, in the frame, and people knew their lines. They could most people could act pretty well. They did have an inordinate number of buxom blondes, but
Isn't that sort of damning by faint praise, though, Jim?
Sort of like
it really
that.
is kind of like that. I once had a friend whose boss wrote him a letter of recommendation, actually, for another job, and the letter essentially didn't have anything else to say about him except that we all liked him, and he didn't go out of his way to destroy government property.
There you go. There you go.
Again,
what a
damning by
great
faint
recommendation.
praise. Yeah. It's kind of like that. I mean, you're right. There are no microphones hanging down in the middle of a scene and so on. But, I really do have to fault one thing about the movie, which I think was sort of devious or deceitful.
Okay.
And that's that on the cover, if you notice the cover of the box, there's a picture of Bridget Nielsen.
Oh, right.
And she's given star billing. And yet she only appears in one scene, and it's
For
only
about
a
2
minute
minutes,
and a half long. Yeah. And in fact, I think it's worth playing the scene because it shows how bad of an actress she really is. It's a little interchange between Bridget Nielsen, of course, who was married to Sylvester Stallone, and Mark Gastineau of the old New York Jets. And it's just a bad scene. She's apparently the owner or proprietress of some occult shop someplace. And she's just
called
dressed
Lucifer's.
and she's dressed in this kind of severe-looking thing, like Lucifer.
Not that she'd ever
look
look severe in anything. Yeah.
No, actually, that's right.
Is it coming up now?
It's coming up in just a second, Jim.
Okay.
You'll see just how bad of an actress she is.
May I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a book on out-of-body experiences.
There's over 300 such categories. You'd be a bit more specific.
Well, yeah, something along the lines of the astral category.
You mean astral projection?
Yeah, exactly.
Then please, walk this way.
Lady, it takes years of training to walk that way. So, what is it with this place, anyway?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they open till midnight and all this spooky stuff. Is it some kind of joke or what?
We're a specialty shop that deals with delicate matters of the occult. What did you expect? 7-Eleven?
So, what's your specialty?
Do you have a preference?
Not at the moment, no.
You're very cute. You kind of remind me of a young Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, you kind of remind me of Elvira on steroids.
See, Jim.
Jay, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
She never
She's
shows up
gone.
ever again.
And she's got top billing on the cover of this, of the
Right.
box that comes in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, this is the sort of in a roundabout way the hero of the movie.
Right.
And this guy had just blown into this town. No explanation. Obviously, I got the impression that he'd never been there before. Did you get that impression?
Yeah, I don't think he'd ever been there before. He came in on a motorcycle.
Right, comes in on a motorcycle. He knows something's going on. I don't know how. But
Well,
maybe,
he's got some kind of
was
special
he
power.
in the first movie?
Yeah, he's got some
He was
kind
in the
of
first
special
movie.
power,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay, so it doesn't affect him. In other words, he was able to get away from it. But yeah, he's from the first movie, so he's never been in this town before. And there's a scene coming up here that's just kind of odd. Now we'll just play it, and you'll see what I mean. Okay.
Spike, I don't know if I could do this. I just want this to be over.
You're the real hero here, kiddo. I'll meet you at the point.
Now, what's so strange about that?
Well, that's odd, Jay. He just capped the town. How
So
does he
what?
know where the point is?
Jim, every town has a point. This movie,
Jay, well, St. Louis doesn't have a point.
Jim, this movie doesn't have a point.
Well, you got a point, but...
So can we go on now?
Yeah, we can go on. All right, let's get to the good scene.
Okay.
All right,
Jim,
this is so wonderful. You tell him.
I just really this scene is so great because Jim, we've been doing this for how long now? 5 years, going on 6 years.
Yeah.
And this movie was just made last year, so
Right.
nobody's going to say that we ever copied this.
That's right. That's right.
And I think we just should play some of this. Maybe we'll get a little background.
Well, I don't know if the... Okay, we'll play that one line,
Right.
and
Well,
then
the
after that,
heroine-
it doesn't matter because it's just screaming.
Right, but the heroine and her girlfriend, are sitting there on the couch, relaxing, whatever,
Watching
trying to
TV.
watch a movie, and they've got a channel changer.
Right.
And they're having a little argument. And like one of the girls wants to watch. These are teenagers, right? Where they're 16, something like that.
Supposed to be.
Okay. One of them wants to watch George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, which is in black and white on the TV, and the other one wants to watch Jim. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart
and Donna Reed.
It's our favorite.
Gross. Can't we watch something else? But we're getting to the good part. This is where the zombies break into the house and murder everybody.
The last thing I need right now is a horror movie. Hey, look, they're showing us A Wonderful Life on PDN.
It's just a bunch of dumb angels and stuff. Besides, they run it 236 times every Christmas.
I don't think I can take much more of this, Paula.
But they won't miss the scene where they eat the lady's guts. Which reminds me, I'm hungry.
I'll make some popcorn. If we change the channel.
Merry Christmas, movie house! Merry Christmas,
Hey, that's not fair.
Here it is. Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Kids! Hey!
Come on, give.
Say George Bailey. No, zombies. Bailey. Zombies. Bailey.
All right. Besides, I have seen this a few times already.
I never would have guessed. Hey, you hold down the fort, and I'll grab some corn, okay?
Anyway, Jim, at the point that the one woman goes out to get popcorn, all of a sudden, while she's in the other room, she's the heroine, the one that's in the other room.
Right.
Her friend who's sitting there watching this, all of a sudden gets zapped into the TV by this devil guy who's the ongoing murder character.
Into It's a Wonderful Life?
And they put her into the scene of It's a Wonderful
Right,
Life.
yeah.
And now they've got a black and white scene. We're watching a black and white scene of the real It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart holding his daughter and
And
everybody's
she's
having a wonderful
standing
time.
there.
And she's standing in the party watching this sort of incredulously, wondering what's going to happen next. And this is when it gets to be just truly wonderful. Here's Ward Bond. There's all this is just great. And there's Jimmy Stewart and the whole bunch of Donna Reed's there. And there's the brother who just came back from the war. Anyway, here's a great scene with the brother coming up here. This is a wonderful scene. Where is it here?
As soon as I got Mary's telegram. Good idea, Ernie. A toast. To my big brother George.
my
the
favorite
richest
part.
man in town.
Gene, see, we're watching It's a Wonderful Life.
I love this part.
Well, Gene, maybe you should just...
Every time you hear a bell, a zombie takes us home the house.
What did she say?
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
It didn't say that a zombie goes to hell. What are you guys doing to my favorite movie? This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing.
We didn't do it.
I can't believe you're doing this to my
I'm sorry.
favorite movie.
We didn't know.
I can't believe you did
We
this
didn't
to
know
my
it was this
favorite
one.
movie.
We thought it was the real one.
We thought it was a Wonderful Life.
We did. We thought it was a Wonderful Life.
Jimmy Stewart.
We did. We thought it was
Jimmy
Wonderful
Stewart.
Jimmy, Donna Reed.
It's our
favorite.
favorite.
Five lobotomies.
Five lobotomies
Yeah.
to me, too. Good night.
Good night.